Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Singer David has been arrested for the murder of Celeste Rivas, 14-year-old Celeste Rivas, who went missing uh, about a half a year ago. But this case broke when her body was found in the trunk of his Tesla vehicle while he was on tour. In fact, she had been missing. She was reported missing about a year or so ago, and could be longer because I'm mixed up on the dates because she was reported missing. She returned home, and then she was reported missing again. She ran away from home again. So the days I'm a little mixed up on the timeline. But what I'm not mixed up on is the fact that Celeste was murdered and her body was dismembered, found in the trunk of a vehicle, a Tesla vehicle owned by David. David was on tour at the time, and he actually continued to tour when they told him that his friend's body was found in the trunk of his vehicle. He continued to tour. Family, I know this case ain't been decided. I know ain't nobody been convicted or none of that, but I'm gonna tell you something straight up. Like I said when I first heard this case, all signs point directly at David. Ain't no way you're gonna find a body in the trunk of a vehicle owned by me while I'm on tour, and I'm just still on tour. I'm shutting it down, man. I'm talking not just a body, but my friend. I'm shutting it down, man. I'm headed back to wherever that is, man, and answer any questions that need to be answered. I'm fully cooperating. Obviously, I'm a lawyer, so I'm gonna get myself in no kind of jam. But yeah, and I can say that, fam, because I ain't gonna be killing my friend. I'm not killing no girl and putting her in the body and putting her body in the trunk of a car. So I know that wasn't me. So let me get on down here and clear myself. Yeah, so here's the article here. Says David is in police custody after being arrested for the murder of 14-year-old girl Celeste Rivas. The singer was arrested Tuesday, according to Los Angeles Police Department. Now, I got to give Los Angeles Police Department a hand because they typically pop off soon as they come up with something. They're almost like the TMZ Police Department. As soon as they get something, they release it, man. And they be selling stuff to tabloids and all kinds of stuff. So I'm surprised they were able to hold this for, over 36 hours. I'm surprised. They held on to this information for a couple of days. I am surprised. Yeah. You remember how fast they started sharing pictures of Kobe Bryant's death? They taken pictures of the murder scene. I ain't gonna say murder scene, but the death scene, where the helicopter was. And they started disseminating it between themselves first, and then it leaked out to a couple of people in the public. Yeah. Cops say detectives from LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division made the arrest, and David is being held without bail. Sources say he was arrested at his LA home where he's staying. David's arrest comes out over 7 months after Celeste's body was found decomposing in his car. Man, the body was discovered way back in September 2025 when David was in the middle of a tour, and he quickly scrapped his remaining shows and receded from public view. As the death investigation played out, law enforcement sources told the LAPD, said that, how is this written up here? Okay, law enforcement said David was considered a suspect in November A grand jury was convened with Los Angeles County Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman presenting the case. Okay, that was November. Okay. David's arrest comes after the grand jury heard testimony from multiple witnesses in his orbit, including his day-to-day manager, Robert Morgenroth, and his close friend, streamer Neil Langston. LAPD sources told TMZ David made a mysterious trip to a remote area of Santa Barbara in the middle of the night last spring, and they believe this is somehow connected to Celeste's disappearance. I covered that story also. Authorities believe David, who is now 21, had a relationship with Celeste, who was 14 when her body was found. Celeste's funeral was held October 6th at Queen Heaven Cemetery and Mortuary in Rowland Heights, California, where family and friends said their last goodbyes. David's Tesla had been abandoned in Hollywood Hills for a few days before it was towed to Hollywood impound lot September 5th. And on September 8th, the body after getting reports of a foul odor coming from the car. Authorities said she had a tattoo on her right index finger with the letters shh, and David has the same ink on his right index finger. Huh. Yeah, see that? Boy, what the hell were you thinking? Hey, look, hold on, fam. Let me back up. He ain't been found guilty yet. Boy had everything going for himself. Police have not revealed who was driving the Tesla before it was found abandoned and impounded. The Tesla had not been reported stolen. The girl's mom said that her daughter went missing April 2024 and had a boyfriend named David. David's government name is David Anthony Burke. There's David on stage. That's the scene of where the body was discovered. That is the Tesla hooked up on the tow truck. Throwed it all away. Yeah, I think, we all knew this was coming, fam. We all knew this was coming. And I don't know what they were waiting on. I think, see, when it comes to these celebrities, they have to be extra careful. They can't just be gunning and running and gunning when it comes to celebrities. People that got money and means, they know that they're going to be able to hire the best lawyers. So they got to make sure they got their stuff together when they come for a celebrity, especially if you're accusing a celebrity of murder. That ain't something that you can take lightly. You know they're going to fight. You know they're going to plead not guilty. You know it's going to trial. Took a long time. It took a long time for them to finally make an arrest. I don't know, fam. like I said, I guess they was waiting to make sure that they had it lock, stock, and barrel. I guess they wanted to make sure that they had him all the way to the left. Maybe they wanted to make sure that they got the witnesses' testimony on lock. So I know at one point the friend was saying something about, their activities or whatever, and then he kind of went silent. I wonder what it was. I wonder what the straw that broke the camel's back was. I wonder what evidence that the prosecutor received that made them go forward, or what was the grand jury shown that made the grand jury finally say, okay, indict. We vote to indict. Yeah, this is just, to me, it's just so, it's just a little too coincidental to me. Just everything, like, to me, everything lined up as murder, to me. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like murder, and it looks like he did it or he was involved. That's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But that's what it looks like to me. We don't know what happened. Maybe they got into a fight. You know how a lot of youngsters are today. They go from 0 to 1,000 just like that. They don't even go from pushing each other or nothing. They go straight to murder. They go straight from you ate the last piece of chicken out the refrigerator to straight up murder. No conflict resolution skills whatsoever. And this is a kid. It's a 14-year-old girl. And at the time, I think he was probably about 20 years old at the time her body was found. So he ain't got no hell of a conflict resolution skills either. So imagine. And if he was involved, how dumb you gotta be to put the damn body in the trunk of your own vehicle? Yeah, that don't really make a lot of sense to me at all. Like, that was weird off the jump right there. It's like you put that body in the trunk of your own vehicle. I mean, assuming he did it, if he did do it, right? Put the body in the trunk of your own vehicle. I wouldn't even know how to not make a statement though, fam, if I was accused of something like that. I wouldn't even know how to not. I mess around and say something that the damn prosecution can use in the damn courtroom against me. Man, I mess around and I hear that news, man. I'm like, look, I ain't had nothing to do with that, man. I don't know what the hell they talking about, but that ain't me. And I'm coming to clear my name. I don't give a damn what they say. My lawyer told me don't talk. Man, I got to speak on it. Hell no, you ain't putting that on me. You ain't putting no murder on me. Hell no. Murder? Dismemberment? Oh, hell no. No, you're not putting that on my record. You're not, no. I got to clear my name. I'm clearing my name. David ain't said nothing. I mean, he hasn't made a public statement since this news broke. I couldn't do it. I just wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, I would hurt myself. I would absolutely hurt myself in that situation. I would have to say something. I would have to say something. The thing about it though is that, because what I would be riding on, I'd ride on the fact that if I said something that hurt me and they could use against me, knowing that I'm right, even if I was found guilty, I know I'll be exonerated. Because I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to fight for my freedom. I'm gonna fight for my rights. So yeah, man, I wouldn't have been able to stay quiet 7 months. You found my friend in the trunk of my vehicle. You find a body in the trunk of my vehicle? You ain't gonna find nobody in the trunk of my vehicle. You may find a body somewhere else. You ain't gonna find it in the trunk of my vehicle. Not a body that I'm responsible for. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen at all. So if it did happen and it had something to do with him, man, that's bad business. Going into the comments. Let me see what y'all saying. Rocco, what's up, Faulkner? Jerry, what it do? Tandy Kane. Yeah, he had a Tesla. My phone is over here writing messages for what I'm saying. Man, I didn't prompt you to start talking, buddy. Not asking you to dictate nothing. What that's about, man. TT, what's up? What's up, Gordon? Stephanie, what's up, Stephanie? Eric Goodson, what it do? Yeah, they had been taking so long to make an arrest in this case. He probably started thinking that perhaps I'll be good. I'm good. Dismemberment? Oh yeah, man. That's absolute, man. They going for the gusto on this one. They probably won't go for the death penalty though, because he's a celebrity. They don't typically try to kill celebrities. Yeah, they just don't. But this type of case that would, in many cases, qualify for the death penalty. Because they believe that if you dismember a body, yeah, that's a special kind of wickedness. Chuck Diesel, what it do? Y'all smash that like button up, fam. As soon as you come into the room, it's like you're walking into the room and the lights is off. You know, bring that light on in here, fam. Hit that light switch. Boom, turn the lights on. As soon as you walk in, as soon as you come in, you log in, you come to the channel, hit that like button. It's like turning the light switch on, bringing your light into the room. Yeah, hit that like button. What that like button do is it helps the algorithm push the video to other people who may not know about the channel. So help brother. Help brother. Let's see. Dub C, what up? What's up, Storm? Black Warrior Spirit. I can dig it. What's up, Marion Howell? Marion said, do I think he actually did it? Yeah, I think he did it. Yeah, I absolutely think he did it. Anything is possible, but I think he did it. What's up, Janet Studemeyer? We got Joe Blast. What it do, Joe Blast? Sherry Collins. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you're in the world. I will be bringing an update as it comes. In this case is going to be something different, fam. This case started off with them finding a dismembered body. So imagine where this case is going to go by the time the trial is over, because it's absolutely going to trial. No more talk.